Welcome to episode 395 of the official Gamestitch Podcast. I'm Ryan Walton, and as always, I'm joined by Dan Reamer.
We're just short of 400 episodes.
5 weeks away.
Huh, that's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a long time. It's probably a good spot to reevaluate if we want to do this anymore. That's what I think the centennial episodes are for. Just the time for you to look back and think, like, is this what I want to carve out for the future?
Yeah. I get it.
Here's the thing I like most about the fact that we've been doing this for 7 years is that when we die, because that's what happens, we're going to die one day.
Eventually, it's going to happen, yeah. It's true.
There potentially could be like 10 years of audio for like loved ones to go back, or like we could gain popularity after death.
We could. I mean, most do, right? That's how it happens.
But you have such like a stable of backlogs for people who come to us after death.
Yeah, that's one thing that could happen. That's one way it could go.
Yeah. Or like, what if a loved one's like, man, I really miss Dan, and it's like, well, hey, you could listen to him every day for like years.
Yeah. The only problem is our podcasts are probably different than just having a conversation with your loved ones.
You take what you can get when they're dead.
Perhaps. I mean, I suppose people listen to like voicemails and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that a thing that happens?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. And this is like a real long form voicemail.
Yeah, real long form.
Like it's but it's nice. I'm not saying that you have to do that or anyone will. It's nice that it's the option's there though.
It's there if you want.
Yeah. Like if you died tomorrow, I would probably go back and listen to some episodes periodically. You know, just to have that there.
Yeah, I guess I never thought about it. I try not to dwell on death. I'm a little bit more chipper and upbeat than that.
Well, you know, I like to be realistic. This could be it today. You know, I don't know yet. I don't think I plan to leave the house, but you never know what might happen. You just never know.
Well, I mean, that's true. No, that's true. Anything could happen.
Yeah. Now, maybe a month ago, we put the call out for names for the robot lawnmower.
Did you get some?
The ones we talked about on here, they weren't good enough.
Okay.
You know, you gotta call a spade a spade.
Okay.
So I left it at Murray because I think maybe I'd already decided that was the name.
I have a real problem with that, though.
It's fine, because I'm getting a second one for the backyard.
Oh.
And so I need better quality new names. You know.
Maurice. You got Murray and Maurice.
Like they're brothers?
Yeah.
I don't hate that idea. Now, the one in the back's going to be better, so it's clearly an older brother.
Right.
A little more seasoned, a little, knows a little bit more, even though I had the other one first.
Well, I don't know. I mean, couldn't the better one?
Hold on.
What the fuck?
Gerald said Daryl, which I don't hate. I'll be honest with you. Murray and Daryl. I like that Daryl has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, that's the part I'm stuck on too when you said it. Yeah.
I missed a real opportunity to name them both Daryl.
Daryl and Daryl. Yeah.
Yeah, I missed a real opportunity.
I mean, dude, they're robots. You still could.
It doesn't seem right to change.
It's not like they respond to their name. You should be okay.
Yeah, it could be Daryl and his other brother Daryl.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't seem right to change it though, because I always say Murray, to the point that like people will just refer to him as Murray. Like I was talking to a friend of the show Matt the other day, and he's like, "How's Murray?" Like it's like a human now, or a dog,
or a pet.
Yeah,
your pet lawnmower.
I changed his blades yesterday for the first time.
Was that a seamless process?
Yeah, so it is literally, you need a screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver. You take 3 screws out and you put 3 screws back in and you're done. It takes maybe 60 seconds to do all 3.
That's how it is. So it's pretty much like changing the sweepers on a D-bot. On D-bot.
Yeah. It's pretty much exactly the same, only these are razor blades.
Well, yeah. I mean, so I get that, but
if you were real careless, then you could carve a hand up. But yeah, I don't think they had to be changed yet, but I wanted to get them changed on. I wasn't sure how long those had been on. The guy that set it up said it could probably go 3 months. The package says it could go a month. I bought the endurance blades, which go 2 months, according to the package. I think I'm going to go 3 months, but I needed a fresh start so I could mark it on the calendar.
Right.
So I set myself a calendar reminder in 3 months to change them again. And that'll probably... Yeah, so here's the guy changing it right now. He's going to stick a screwdriver in those 3 holes.
Yeah.
Undo it, and it's literally, that's it. That's all it takes.
Nice.
Look how generic it looks underneath. It looks so plain underneath.
Yeah, it does.
That guy's only cut like the driest grass, though, because mine's got shit caked all up in there that I have to clean off once a week. I will say the cleaning process I do weekly takes about 5 minutes for me.
And he's also going to way over explain how to take out 3 screws.
Yeah, he's like, you jam your fucking screwdriver in this hole and you turn it. Correct. So that disc spins independently from the back side there, so you do have to line it up.
Oh, that's fine.
See, so the ones he has, they cut on the front side, as you can see.
Right.
He's like, fuck my fingers right here. Let me just, if I bleed, then it's still sharp enough to cut grass. The ones I have look just like razor blades, so they cut from any side, any angle. Why does he have a different screwdriver?
I don't know.
He's explaining the difference now between a flathead and a Phillips.
Yeah, turn this video off. I can't take it.
It's like every...
I can't take it.
This is the video. No, this isn't the video. Superhouse. No, I watched the actual like Husqvarna's. Here's how you change it. And Dan, you would appreciate it. It's about 45 seconds long.
Right. Yes, that's what I need. I don't need you to explain that you take the razor blade out of the case. And this is a Phillips head screwdriver. This is
now let me show you real quickly. Yeah, real quickly, let me show you the difference between a Phillips head and a flathead. He cut to a different camera to show you a close-up of them.
Yeah, it's unnecessary.
What an asshole. But that video is important for somebody, though.
Yeah, probably.
Like, there's a moron out there that's like, which one is a Phillips? I've been jamming this flat one, it don't fit in there the whole time.
Not for me. It's. You're right. For somebody, probably, but not for me, which means I can't handle it. No, and I'm sorry. No, if you're our age, you need to know the difference between a flathead and a Phillips head. You do not need to watch. If you need to watch a video on that, there is a serious issue with the way you've been living your life at this point.
Oh, look, here it is. It's 1 minute and 10 seconds, so I was off, but it's still short.
Well, that other one was like 4.5 minutes.
And see, there's no talking in this either.
No,
they just pop it up while the action's still going.
Oh, see, they do the cleaning thing, which old boy never got to on the last video.
He probably would have. If we'd have given it more time, he probably would have got there.
Is that Torx bit?
Nope.
Well, it looks like a Torx bit.
Phillips head. Oh, yeah, to change the middle plate is, but you don't need to take it off.
Oh.
See, that's it. He's done. That's one blade.
Nice.
Yep. He's got this white one, too, which I really like. It's like a prototype. That's a good-looking mower. So, yeah, I don't know.
Never work in my yard.
They would work in any yard.
No, not mine.
That's what everybody says. It'll do a bigger slope than any zero turn you'll buy.
Well, no, I'm worried about all the dips and stuff.
Yeah, they have like different off-road tires for it that you can get.
Right, so I can now spend $8,000 on my robot lawnmower.
I think the wheels are $40
to upgrade it and all that good stuff.
I think they're $40. And it'll do 2 acres. The big one will.
How much that run? 8?
No, the big one's probably $4,500.
Oh, that ain't too bad. I got other things I got to do with $4,500.
What you have to look at is the time. Like, I come home to a perfectly manicured yard every day without touching it.
No, I understand that. But there's a lot of work that goes into getting that all set up. And I'll be honest, I like mowing my lawn.
I fucking despise it.
I got my nice big 54-inch cut, zero turn.
I mean, that's what I was using too, and this is still better for me because I don't have to do anything.
I pop in my earbuds. Yeah, but see, here's the thing, and you know this just as well as I do. If I don't mind mowing the lawn, I might as well go ahead and keep doing that, because if I take that away, that time's just going to get filled with some crap that I don't want to do.
Yeah. Well, I think you'd also, that one just came out of a badass garage, which I need to get for mine. There's things to think about. Like, if you have a good running mower and you don't mind doing it, it doesn't make sense to get one.
Right.
But if your mower breaks down and you're going to spend that much on a regular ass mower that you then have to mow with, then maybe it does make sense. That's what you have to think about with all that.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense if you have a good working mower to go out and spend the money on that if you have one.
No, I can actually I can use my lawnmower time. That's like my, you know what? I really got to get away from you for a second. I'm going to go mow lawn. I obviously don't say it like that, but
this one's raising up from the ground.
But that's what it is. Now that's cool.
Now, okay, but so for me, there is no
badass.
I price that thing. It's like $8,000. It's basically a little elevator it pulls in. Yeah, but for me, there's no task that is worse than mowing the yard. So whatever it's replaced with is better.
Oh, see, yeah, no, I don't have that at all.
I hate mowing so much that that's not appealing to me.
Yeah, no, see, I put in earbuds and just go listen to some tunes or some podcasts I
did that too, and I just hope the mower rolled over and killed me every time.
Yeah, see, I don't have that issue.
Is it going to go in that fucking window?
No.
Oh my God, I didn't see that coming.
No, sure didn't.
There's a faux door at the end of that wood.
I think that whole thing's faux.
You think? Well, yeah, it's a garage.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to build one that just looks like a little garage. They do need a house, though. They don't require a house, but they need a house.
Interesting.
And
then you got to create all the setup so that the door opens when it goes.
Yeah, I probably won't be doing all that. Mine are probably just going to have an opening on the back of it.
Yeah, you're just going to not have a door?
Right. So it doesn't require a house. The whole idea is that you keep it out of the sun and the rain, and obviously, like anything, will last longer.
Right.
But I mean, I can't tell you how many videos I've watched. They're like, "Hey, mine cuts nonstop for the last 5 years, and I've never touched it. It doesn't go in a house. It doesn't do anything."
Yeah.
So see that's how I'm going to do mine, probably, where it's like built into the flower bed right up front, because that's kind of where I have mine.
Okay.
It'd be like that, without a door.
With no door.
This door fucking goes up like a real garage door.
I know, it's pretty cool.
My God.
I mean, don't get me wrong, they are cool. If I had, I would have no problem if I had $20,000 laying around. Buying 2 of these for my yard. Don't get me wrong.
Again, I think it's a time and place too. Like it has to make sense for your application.
Yeah, and for me, it doesn't right now. The D-Bot does. D-Bot made sense.
For those that don't know, that's his vacuum cleaner.
Yes, it's my vacuum cleaner. No one didn't, my wife was like, I don't understand. No. And then found one for $80. I was like, no, and got it. I was like, fuck it, I'm getting it. And she's like, huh. Now she'll call. Now the first thing sometimes she'll say when I walk in the door is, D-Bot didn't run today.
Like it's not allowed to have a day off.
It was the same thing with all the smart home stuff. She was like, I don't understand and now it's what she lives on. She still hasn't bought into it like I have, but she bought into a lot more than where she started, so.
Is it more than you ever thought to?
That she did?
Yeah. Or did you know, like, once you got it,
No. I honestly thought that she would fuck up my whole life because she would always be turning switches on and off.
So, not turning switches on and off is one of the hardest, things to learn.
Right. It is.
But I will say, things are so much better. Look at this mower. Things are so much better, now than they used to be.
Yeah.
Used to be, you turned the switch off, you just fucked everything up, have to, go reprogram the bulb.
Right.
When I first got my first smart bulb, you really fucked things up if you turned off a light switch.
Yeah, none of mine are like that. You can turn them on and off.
Yeah, I think
as
they
a matter
all
of fact,
are now.
At night, if I'm if I'm up late and I have to go into my bathroom, I go in there and I have it set to dim. And, it's like people sleeping. So I can't be like, hey, turn the lights up. So I usually just off and on real quick because that, resets it. And they come back at full brightness. But then if I don't touch it, then once they dim, when they come back on, they're back on their schedule.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking 5-6 years ago when I had those bulbs, and they were just a disaster. So I'm like, don't.
Oh, I'm sure.
Don't touch it, because now I got to do up, down, up, down, down, up, down, off, on to get it to work again.
Oh, that's like I see Money Grubber Phillips there. Look at that helicopter.
Oh, that's homemade. You shouldn't fly in
that. Yeah, Money Grubber Phillips, they now have, they sell for $30, I think it is. Maybe it's 25. They sell a fucking plate that you can put over the switch so nobody switches it.
I've seen those. I think Amazon has these little, they're like 4-packs or something, and they're cheap. They're like $10. And they're like command strips on the back, but it's a little cage you stick over the light.
Yeah. No, this is like a plate that like looks like it has like a push switch in it or something, but it just doesn't do anything. I'm like, oh my god. I do love my Hughes, my Philips Hue motion sensor though.
Yeah, after a couple months, you'll stop with the switches. It's just at first.
Yeah, and you know once she got used to it, now she uses it. She listens to music in the kitchen, looks up recipes on the hub.
It's just something about like nothing that you use a smart home for is going to save you like hours. Like maybe the robot lawnmower, but like it's 20 seconds here, 30 seconds here, 5 minutes here. Like it all starts to add up.
Right. Well, and the thing is I think like when my wife, I don't think she really understood the volume of what smart devices could do. You know?
Yeah.
And didn't realize that it was something that she wanted, that she thought would be cool until it's like, hey, turn the lights on, turn the lights off, dim the lights, turn the music up, turn the music down, play this, show me recipes for pizza. You know, it's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it's funny. I was in the shower the other day, and I'm like, yeah, Alexa, next song. Alexa, change the bathroom lights to blue. And, she didn't hear something I said, and I was like, God damn it. But I'm like, I'm talking to my house also. Like,
right.
I've had it so long that now, like, if it doesn't, like, that's just how I live my life now.
Right.
I can wake up and say, hey, play this in all the rooms, and everywhere I go, it's all playing. I pause this and skip that and stop playing on this one.
Yeah, that's like I got my Google set up. It reads off what the traffic is on the way to work, reads off the weather.
Yeah.
Starts reading me news. That's all the information I need first thing in the morning. All I gotta say is what's my day look like. It'll tell me anything I have on my calendar.
Well, last time I was smoking a brisket, I'm putting my rub on, my hands are nasty, and I'm like, I can't remember what temperature I'm supposed to use. So I'm like, hey, what temperature do I smoke a brisket on an electric smoker? And I talk to it like that.
Uh-huh.
It's like, boom, here you go. You should probably use it for this long at this temperature. I'm like, but it's not just that. It was like, for every pound that your brisket is, you smoke it this long at this temperature in an electric smoker. It's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
Like, it's exactly what I needed. And I hear people who still talk to it like it's a robot. You don't have to.
I'll tell you what.
Like, hey, Alexa, what's the weather? That. That's how I ask.
Right, yeah. Once it got... Because I have mine... I do the Skynet thing where I'm like, yeah, sure, you can listen to everything I say and get better.
Oh, yeah,
I love that.
Me too. Yeah.
So yeah, but what's really funny is sometimes sometimes I've I had a little bit to drink and I'm not wasted, but I'm buzzing pretty good. And there was one time I went in to go to bed and I was like, hey Google, can you turn the light off? Uh-oh.
Did you do it? Oh, yeah, you did it live. That's why you can't joke around about these things. You got to be careful when you're trying to tell a story, too. Now you're in the dark.
So I said, anyway, I said that and turned the lights off and I said, thank you. And it said, that was nice. It said that back to me. It recognized the thank you and said it back. Okay, Google, turn the lights up to 20%.
It's the same way with, the Echo. Every now and then you'll like slip and you'll be like, hey, appreciate it. She's like, no problem. Or the one that really gets me is when I'm like, hey, what's the weather today? And she'll tell me and then she goes, have a nice Thursday, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you're damn right I'm going to. Thanks, house.
Right.
Appreciate you too. It is ridiculous. It is expensive. It is unnecessary. I can't say that enough. But there's something when you really get that flow and that rhythm. I think you don't understand just how much you use it.
Right.
You know,
and I never get mad that I have it.
No, even with like the motion stuff, like you don't have to do anything to use it, but you're using it.
Right.
You know, I was out back shoveling dirt yesterday, and my watch goes off and was like, "Hey, someone's at your doorbell." Yep. I pulled up as a guy dropping off my NES Lego set, so I immediately walk around the front of the house and can grab my package. Like, there's nothing that's not convenient about my system right now.
Yep.
Now, I made it inconvenient before, but like right now I have it pretty streamlined.
I got mine. Yeah, I still have a bunch of stuff that I don't have hooked up. Still got some plugs, some smart plugs. I still haven't hooked up the Echo Show that I have. I'm still trying to figure out where I want to put that exactly.
Yeah. Gerald, it's time for you to branch into it. That's time. Gerald says he's going to when he moves. Are you going to dabble or are you going to go all in? Going to dabble.
I did throw out a congratulations to friend of the show, Matt, on stepping into the smart home stuff. We talked about it last week.
Did he buy something?
No, but you said he was looking to get into it, remember?
Yeah, he says he is.
I said congratulations on stepping in, and then he immediately stomped on my dreams by saying, "Don't get too excited. I'm just working out some ideas."
Sounds like a guy that's definitely going to get bulbs, though, to me. That sounds like a guy that should definitely get bulbs.
Bulbs would be the best way to start there.
It's a gateway, for sure. I think bulbs or plugs.
I think I said, what did I say? I heard you're dipping your toe in the smart home game.
He was like, calm down.
Welcome to the party. Yeah, maybe. Don't get too excited. Just working out some ideas.
Just workshopping some stuff. It's I think bulbs or plugs are the most logical place to start. For anybody. Agree with that. But if you could just get one smart home thing, you should get a virtual assistant. You should get a Google Home or an Echo.
Mm-hmm. If you don't have any of that yet. Yeah,
you should start there because smart home stuff becomes so much more viable when you can use your voice to control it.
Yes. And if you haven't used it before and you're not sure about it, definitely start with the Mini or the Echo Dot because they are the cheapest entry into that. If you decide you like those, you can always branch out and get more or branch into one of the screens or the hubs or something like that. But definitely start out with.
And if you just wait, you can find those things for like $29 or whatever. Like you can get a Mini or a Dot like super cheap.
Oh, constantly.
Like for what they are, that's a cheap price.
Actually, I think they're running a deal right now where you get 2 months of Amazon Music Unlimited, and you get either a Dot for you. You basically pay for it's like $10 a month. So you buy 2 months of it. You get an Echo Dot for $1, or you can get the Echo Dot with the clock for $10.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
I just saw that today.
I'm a big fan of. They did it before where I think if you subscribe to 1 month, they gave you the last generation Dot for free. Like if you just watch, you can get these things pretty cheap. And Google does the same thing. They do deals on them all the time because I get emails all the time from them. Just keep your eyes out, and that's how you should start. Now, see, friend of the show, Matt, already has Echoes in his house.
Right.
He already has a vacuum cleaner, so he's not totally new to this.
Mm-hmm.
He has just he's fighting the future is what he's doing. Just got to get the bulbs, got to get the plugs, you got to go all in.
Every week we do smart home stuff. Every week.
That's because besides video games,
tired of us.
Besides video games, that's the only consistent we have. We're drinking a Bud Light. What was that?
It's a black raspberry.
Oh,
Bud Light.
It looked like a Bud Light can.
Listen, man, maybe 20 years ago, not these days.
For breakfast? Like, I don't... Gross.
Oh, yeah. Here's the dog, man.
The Skype is delayed on my end pretty bad.
Is it? I'm not having any issues.
And kind of fuzzy, so it looked like a Bud Light. I mean, it looked like that's like you were like, hey, I'm going to seize the day. First thing, right?
No, you don't seize the day before work by starting to drink at 9 o'clock in the morning. I promise.
That depends on who you are.
Well, okay, let me rephrase that. This guy does not embrace the day.
Producer Gerald's here. I know we've said his name 12 times, but he's here. We're going to give him a proper introduction. 25 minutes in.
388 hours on Fallout.
Yeah, tipping the 400 scales on Fallout 76. Probably playing it right now instead of producing.
Probably.
That's how you get those hours high. Every waking minute, you know?
Now, you guys got your, I know you guys talked about them, but you guys got your LEGO NES bundles this week.
Yep, he got his 2 days before I got mine. Now, here's the thing. I didn't even tell you guys this, and Gerald would probably he would get the most anxiety from this. My box, when on my porch, and not taped shut. Totally open.
Oh, you lost your man. That was scary, huh?
I just picked it up and brought it in the house, and I was like, okay, like let's see, like is the box screwed up? Is anything missing? And everything is there. It looks fine.
Did you open it up, or did you just assume that it's sealed up so everything's in there?
Yeah. So I pulled the NES itself out, and then I pulled the free gift out.
Mm.
They both look fine. The box is fine. Nothing's ripped open, anything like that. But the shipping box had no front tape on it at all, and it was just open.
Ooh.
My guess is it happened. It was delivered by budget, which is weird. My guess is it happened like in that process because it had never made it here if it happened earlier.
Right.
It probably just stuck to another box or something. When he grabbed it, just peeled it off.
Peeled the tape off of it.
Yeah. Because unlike me, when I ship a box who puts 47 strips all directions on there, they just run one across the top. And that's good enough. So, but yeah, I was like, oh no, this is disaster. Because I've never had to be like, hey, this was screwed up when I got it. But I assume that that's not a fun process, especially during this time.
Right.
So
you guys got those. There. I found some stuff out in the wild, Lego related this week. So I was pretty excited about that. Found the Mandalorian brickhead set with Mando and Baby Yoda. So out in the wild, there's something special about. I understand how, the ease of use and all that. I know we've talked about it before, but man, it is so different when you find it on a shelf, the only one left, as opposed to that box from Amazon on your porch.
Well, because I think it's the deal that you make with yourself where you're like, I don't need that, but if I ever see it. So there's like some excitement in like that you made that like agreement with yourself.
Well, I would have eventually ended up getting it from Amazon though.
Maybe like
or from somewhere. I would have ordered it from somewhere.
But maybe life gets in the way. You get busy. When you go to do it, it's way too expensive. Like there's something about like, hey, if I ever see that, I'm going to get it. That when you see it, you're like, well, hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm constantly, well, not anymore, obviously with Corona, but I was constantly going into comic book stores just looking for that fucking Green Arrow that I passed on at Comic-Con that year. That's one of my biggest regrets in my existence, which is pretty sad, but...
Or not.
It's true.
I mean, if that's the worst thing that you have going, that's probably pretty good.
That's true, yeah. Man, I should have bought that thing. That thing's like $600 now.
I mean, spend it. It takes money to make money. That's what they say.
I'm not making any money on that if I buy it for $600. I would have if I bought it for $100 when it was originally on sale.
I've got mixed feelings about this NES set because my I want to put it together. I love it, but I'm like, hey, if somebody just got plumb stupid,
and
they could have it. Yeah, if somebody's lost their damn mind, we could talk about it.
Over time, you can just hold on. Yeah, I mean, you could just hold on to it over time as they become less and less.
So after tax, it's like $250. Gerald, what's the amount that you would sell that for? I know you plan to put it together also. What's the offer that somebody could hit you with where you'd be like, hey, that's a done deal?
I have a number in my head that I would do, but
yeah, you can't get one, right? They're sold out. So selling it means you probably will never have one. 800. Now, let me just tell you, mine is probably 500. If I can just double my money.
That's where I was at, was 500. Doubling my money is the way to go.
And I want to put it together. I love it. It pulls at my heartstrings. But if someone just showed up with 500 bills, $100 bills, I'd probably be like, here you go. Love you, little buddy.
Already?
They're going for $350, $400 already. But see, I won't list it on eBay. But if someone like just showed up with $500, you know.
Because that happens.
Now, if it was like $800 on eBay, I'd probably take time to list that. And I love it. Yeah. Gerald said he would risk getting Corona to get another one if he sold one. I would just let it go. If I sold it, I wouldn't have one. I wouldn't buy another one. Quick update, since we're still talking about smart home stuff and Legos. I went to the eye doctor and I got my lenses are being put into my Echo frames right now. So I should have those a week or so.
Soon. Shortly.
Yeah. I was it's one of those things where like, you know how you used to be like, it was sort of embarrassing that you played games like way back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
I got a similar feeling when I had to bring Echo frames into an eye doctor's office.
Yeah, with instructions on how for the doctor to do his job.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, hey, because, you know, no one's really in there because they got the COVID thing. So it's like blocked off. You can't even get in without an appointment. So I'm like, hey, real quick, can you check these and see if this is something you can do? And she's like, we can do all frames. I'm like, yeah, let's maybe look at these though. And so I pull them out and she's like, what are these? I'm like, they're like, they got some electronics in them and stuff. And, you know, I'm like nervous and she's looking at it and she goes, oh, these are Echo frames. I'm like, they are Echo frames. She said, I read about these. I'm like, oh yeah. She's like, these are awesome.
Are you the first one to bring them in?
Yeah, they hadn't had any there.
Yeah.
And she's like, these are awesome. She's like, I read all about them. And so after that, I was like, good. But there was like 20 seconds where I'm like, I'm going to have to explain what these is. She's going to think that I'm a moron because I am. And then she's going to tell me that we can't even do it here. But it wasn't that at all. And she was older too. So I really, you know, shame on me because she was probably in her 50s.
Oh, she was 60s. Into her job.
Yeah, she is into her job because everyone I mean, like, if you came in with broken glasses, like you went and saw her, like she was passionate about vision.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah, so I plan to buy my prescription hadn't changed, so I plan to get another regular pair because I don't know. These are like black plastic frame glasses, and I don't wear those.
Right.
So I don't like how my face looks in them. Because it's always the same thing. I get new glasses every 2 years, and everything I try on, I'm like, well, these are terrible because only the pair that I'm wearing is acceptable. Because that's what I'm used to seeing myself in.
Right.
And then I buy a new pair, and it's fine. I go back in 2 years, and everything except for that pair is unacceptable. So they'll probably grow on me, but I'm also relatively rough on my glasses. Like, you know, I get them dirty. I work in on my, you know, I do
all that stuff.
Yeah, so we'll see how they hold up. But yeah, I'll give everybody an update, and I won't be able to make jokes anymore because my face will be controlling everything.
There you go.
So like you slipped up earlier, I'll have to watch what I say.
All the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I like to make jokes sometimes when it's late at night, and I'm like, you know, Alexa, play, you know, death metal in every room. You know, I like to make jokes like that. That won't be funny anymore because every room will be playing death metal.
Nothing wrong with that.
So, at 1 o'clock in the morning, it's not ideal.
Depends on
the house. I get it. Depends on your passion for the music. But yeah, I'm excited about that. So I'm ramping up them listening all the time to a new level. Literally all the time for me.
So did you play anything cool this week? We should probably start getting down to brass tacks here.
I guess that would be up to you and what's cool. I played some stuff I think is neat. I played some more Wreckfest. They got a new season just started. They got a new combine that you can drive. It's called a Helvester, like a harvester but mixed with hell.
Yep. Okay. I got the. Okay. I get it.
Then 4 years now, I've tried to get friend of the show Marshall 205 to play Farming Simulator. I'll tell you how against it he is. It was free on Epic, and he plays on PC. And I was like, hey, if you get that, the Stadia and that version are cross-play. He's so against it, he wouldn't even download it for free. Not interested. Don't want to. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to farm?
I think you told us about this last week.
I don't know, but we've been playing it like nonstop because he loves it.
Because he loves it, he's all in. You said
can't get enough of it. Still can't. And then I took some time to play Fall Guys, which is a free PSN game that is apparently taking the world by storm. Fall Guys is fun. It's silly. It's goofy. It's over the top. It's kind of like a little bit like Gang Beast, a little bit like Mario Party, and it's a battle royale.
Oh, I hated Gang Beast.
Yeah, so I say it's a little bit like Gang Beast because it's very simple. Like there's 3 buttons. There's grab, there's jump, and there's dive. That's it. So it's anybody could play this game. And I mean, you're looking at it right now, but it's just very like silly and goofy. It's 60 people all running a race or all playing a mini game at the same time. Tons of rewards to unlock, tons of different, games and stuff that you play.
Right.
And ultimately, you each round people get eliminated, and the idea is that you are the last one standing.
Right.
So initially, I just wanted to play till I got a win. I thought that would, I would do the Fortnite thing. That once I got a win, I would be good. But I think I've won 5 or 6 times now.
Oh, really?
The entire episode is what they call it. So not just a challenge, but like the whole episode. But I'm still enjoying it. It's not amazing. It's just fun and goofy, and you don't need to think. You can turn your brain off when you play it.
Goofy, stupid fun.
But I wonder if in a month, if anyone will be talking about it still.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know if they will or not, because it is so much more popular right now than I would have ever guessed.
It's probably peaking. You're probably right.
Yeah, so I wonder. They are doing seasons like a Battle Royale game, so you do earn like season rewards for the higher you get. There is some microtransactions, but it's nothing. It's all cosmetic. And they have some DLC packs that are also different characters and stuff like that. So, good for them. They're going to make their money back right now no matter what happens.
Right, which is important.
PS Plus is smart. They should also be on Game Pass. And they should be, I like that it's not free. I like that they're showing some value and that the game's not normally free.
Right.
But it also has like these baked in like seasons and microtransactions. So I'm like, should it be a free to play game? It would have just gotten lost if it was. So I understand why it's not.
Right.
But I am curious about their model because everyone keeps calling it a battle royale, and so did I. But it doesn't feel like a battle royale.
It's more like a party game.
It's a party game that eventually gets down to one person left.
Okay. When you lose, you're eliminated.
But it's not even like a party game. It's like a mini game. Because you can be partnered up, and there are some team challenges, but most of the time it's like this is a race that you're looking at right here, and some doors open and some don't. I think this is also like a beta version because it doesn't look like this anymore. The aesthetics are all different of what it actually looks like, but same idea.
Yeah,
they've just cleaned it up. But yeah, it's really neat. It's a brilliant idea. It's funny. I don't know the last time that I have like cried at a game. I laugh so hard, and it's almost every time I play this one. I mean, I did it with Howard, who hates the game. Friend of the show, Howard.
Does he hate it?
Oh, he hates it. He's terrible at it. He listens to the show, too, so I appreciate that comment. He's bad at it. But last night I played with friend of the show, Patman, and, I mean, same thing. He was crying. He was laughing so hard. And that's like every time I play the game, it's that way. It's just over the top, silly, ridiculous. And I don't think, like, so with Rocket League, we talk a lot about, like, there's a skill level you get, and you get better and better, and that's what keeps you coming back.
Right.
This game, you appear to either, like, be bad at it or, like, everybody else at it. Like, there's only 2 speeds.
Gotcha.
Like, you just play long enough to be like everybody else at it. Anybody could win at any given time because there is a luck factor. It's just ridiculous. This is like the tail grab where you got to grab the tails. This is definitely beta version. None of this looks like this.
Yeah, it's pre-alpha build. It says down at the bottom left corner.
Oh, yeah, I could just read. Yeah, like the tails are like golden, like these golden squirrel tails now, and they're like these weird pink outlines in this. There's no textures on anything. But yeah, it's neat. It's free on PlayStation. I highly suggest it, especially if you have friends to play with. You can do a party of 4. I want to do 4 people. Friend of the show, Matt, has done 4, and he said it is like the most amazing time ever. So I am looking forward to doing 4 people on here.
I've got it downloaded. Or I have it in the library.
Yeah, you should download it and try it. I don't think it'll be your speed, but you should try it. I can see Gerald just getting balls deep in it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's free, and it takes a long time to get the platinum, so that's right up his alley.
There's not a lot of grinding to do, though.
Yeah, there's a ton of grinding to do in order to get like the rewards and the trophies. The rewards? Yeah, because I played it quite a bit, and I'm on tier 15, and it takes 40 to complete the season.
Oh, wow.
And I've probably played it for 5 or 6 hours.
Wow.
But yeah, Fall Guys. That's it. That's all I played.
I haven't played much. I'm still working my way through Ghost of Tsushima. That's about it.
You haven't. Let me back up. You haven't played a lot of games, but you've played a lot of. You said you haven't played much. It made it sound like you just dabbled, but you played a shit ton.
No, I played a bunch of Ghost of Tsushima, but I
want to be clear.
I've just been. That's all I've been. That's the only game I'm playing. I'm not going back and forth. I am into this world and into this story, and that's pretty surprising considering 2 days before this came out, I was a straight no on it.
Yeah, you're being an asshole about it.
I don't know if I was being an asshole about
That's how I remember it. It looks brilliant. Every time, Producer Gerald's got a video pulled up. Every time I see a video, anytime anyone talks about it, I want to play it again. It's just, I don't know if I have time. I don't know if it's the right time for me to play that game.
I don't think it is. And I don't know that you would like it. There are some stealth elements to it that you really don't have to follow. You don't have to play it that way.
Yeah, everything I read says that the game is clearly designed for you to be able to do it either way.
Yeah, you can use it either way. But it's very. I know how you are. You're with your childlike tendencies, and I don't know that you would ever progress the story because everything's something new. Every time something new popped up, you would have to go check it out.
Yeah, every time a bird or a fox or whatever. Yeah, yep. I don't know that I'd ever get anything done either.
Yep, I don't think you would ever advance the story because that's how often new side missions pop up or. A question mark to go, an undiscovered location to go look at, or you see a fox, or you see a swarm of birds, or not a swarm, a flock of birds, or you find a bird you have to follow.
I just listened to a podcast the other day, and the guy was saying he's 100 hours in and still not completed the story yet.
Yeah.
That's terrifying to me.
Like, I probably played it for... I'd say 9 or 10 hours. Maybe 12. Probably 12 hours. Probably about 12 hours. And, I've completed one story mission.
It's not, it's because you're getting distracted. It's clear, though, what the story mission is, right? You could do it if you wanted. Yeah,
I know what the story mission is.
Yeah, you just are choosing not to or getting distracted by other stuff.
I'm the kind of guy when I play these games, though, that's what I do. Is I've talked about it before, how I like when I'm playing games, I want to just chill and relax. I don't want it to be super challenging. I don't want to get mad because it's way too challenging or whatever. I don't want that challenge. This is my fun time. So what's that?
I think I'll pick this up when it gets cheap because I don't think I'll be able to finish it.
Right. But so what I do is when I play these types of games, if they allow it, I go around and I, just do side stuff before I advance the missions to level up my health or level up my weapons or to level my character up so that the rest of the game is a cakewalk as I go through it.
Yeah, I understand that if you do the side stuff in this, that you are so overpowered, it's not even funny.
Which is what I want.
Yeah. That's what I understand.
But I really enjoy it. I'm into it.
Is there a baby mode? Are you playing on baby mode?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
There is, yeah. The last update brought in a super hard legacy mode and then a baby mode. And I'm playing on baby mode.
Yeah. It looks incredible. I do think I'll check it out. It's one of those things where I could see like on Black Friday you being able to get it for like maybe like $29 or something.
Yeah, probably.
I think maybe that makes sense because that way I don't have expectations that I'm going to try to finish it. I'll just play it until I don't anymore, and that'll be okay.
Right.
So I just don't think I'll ever be able to finish it. Yeah. Just spend some time with it. When the time is over, we'll all move on, and one of those deals. So Ghost of Tsushima. And the only thing I played that was new was Fall Guys, which I know everyone's talking about Fall Guys, so I know I'm not telling anybody anything new.
I'll just let all the listeners know now that probably the only game I'll be talking about for a while is Ghost of Tsushima, because I'm playing it.
When's Little Hope come out? Dark Pictures Anthology.
That's October.
Is it? Oh, it's Halloween. Never mind. You don't need to look it up. They finally got it right.
We talked about it.
It comes out the 30th, so...
Yeah.
I know I'll get that. I don't know if there's anything I get before that.
I can't remember when they backed it up to, but Cyberpunk will probably be the next game that I'm like hardcore gonna get.
Yeah. I'm a hard pass on that one. I don't even have the desire.
Right. Well, that's like I'm a hard pass on Avengers, man. That game does not look good to me. None of the ideas behind it sound good to me.
I'm still super confused about it. And we didn't pull it here, but now like there's this weird internet beef because Spider-Man is exclusive to PS4.
Yeah, and people are mad at that. Yeah.
And so now Xbox people are like, we want an exclusive character, and it's like it's not just like that. It's not it's a deal with Sony because they have all kinds of exclusive stuff.
Right.
Like you can tell they're probably taking care of part of the marketing budget in exchange for, some of these exclusives because it's not it's not just Spider-Man, but also they own like some sort of weird entertainment rights to Spider-Man, and there's that whole thing. And
right.
I don't pretend to know how it works, but people are up in arms about the fact that Spider-Man is exclusive to PlayStation.
Oh, well, I mean...
Into a game that I don't think looks good.
Right.
Like, that's maybe the most crazy part to me is I'm like, I'm not even interested in this thing, and you guys
It almost looks like it has a very, very much a Destiny feel to it, or not
Yeah,
Destiny.
That's what it is. It's like an ever-evolving living world.
Yeah, but I meant Anthem is what I meant.
Oh, that's not as good.
That's why I went, that's what it looks like to me. As opposed to Destiny.
If this came out and was amazing, I'm not against getting it and playing it. It seems like a fun multiplayer thing, but I'm not excited about it.
Yeah, I'm not either at all.
Like, it would have to come out and people were like, oh, it's melting my nuts off. And then I'd be like, okay, well, maybe we can look into this.
Right. I'm going to have to definitely wait and see what people had to say about it.
Now, one thing I am interested in is that Iron Man VR. I do want to play that. And I was totally against that.
Really.
But after reading about that, apparently that's incredible. So, whenever I get my VR where I'm actually playing it again, I think I'm going to play through that demo again and see if I'm where I need to be on that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know that I'm into the Iron Man. I am into we're going to talk about it later, but Vader when it comes out on the 25th of August.
Yeah, I'll play that too. I'm very excited about that too. This Iron Man VR looks, I watched the videos and I wasn't impressed, but apparently people are like, when you play it, it's amazing. What is this video you've got pulled up?
I don't know.
But look at that. You are Iron Man.
You are Iron Man.
And then there's weirdest cartoons in this video.
I don't know. I don't know what we're watching.
Yeah, I'm interested in checking that out. So, if I could catch that on the cheap, I'm not going to buy it for whatever it costs. But if I can catch it on the cheap, I will scoop that up as well.
Yeah,
I'm in a different place in my life where I don't feel like I have to play it. Like I don't have the FOMO anymore.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Like,
Me too. I just play what the things I want to play. I don't have to get into everything.
Yeah, and I'll get it whenever. Like, it's okay if I don't get it now. That's fine. You're not going to ruin the Iron Man story for me because I don't care about it. I'll be playing it for the gameplay. You're not going to ruin the Ghost of Tsushima story because I hear that's not why you play that game anyways.
Right.
Like, that's, it's all fine. Even if you're going to ruin it for me, it's still fine. All right, moving on, let's talk some news. So finally, after 5 years, Rocksteady has unveiled...
Whoa.
What?
Why don't you do the business first?
We don't need it. It's fine.
And we're not doing the business?
We'll put it in the back end. We've talked too long already. It's an hour in.
Okay.
We'll add it to the back end. Rocksteady Studios, developer of the Batman Arkham trilogy, has finally announced their next project, and it is Suicide Squad. So
that's about all we know, really.
It is. What's crazy is 4 years people are like, it's a Justice League game, it's a Superman game, and then here recently it's a Suicide Squad game, and
now it is.
They're just like, yeah, it's crazy. It's like there wasn't a big surprise. Like everyone knew it was something like this. I think we talked about, maybe we didn't, maybe we talked off air. They bought some domains that people were pretty sure this is what it's going to be because they bought Suicide Squad KillTheJusticeLeague.com.
Right.
Which I think is a great name. But, all they released was a picture of Superman with what appears to be crosshairs on his face. This is Suicide Squad in it.
Yeah, it might be. It might be Bizarro. We're not sure if it's Superman.
That's what people say, yeah. I bet it plays like Batman.
Probably.
I bet it looks good, and I bet people like it.
I would say all those are probably true.
Mm-hmm. You'll be able to learn more, because like Dan said, they showed absolutely nothing. You'll be able to learn more at on August 22nd during DC's Fandom, which is a live one-day event that will be hosted online. And it kicks off at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 Central. It's a free one-day virtual event that showcases what DC has coming for the future.
Yeah, this game is probably going to be a little different than Batman in the sense that you'll probably be able to play as either any of the characters and it will tell a different story, or
at least multiple characters,
or else you'll need certain characters to play certain levels, which...
That is what I assume. I assume the story will guide you along which character you're playing as now.
I hope not. I don't like those.
Mm-hmm. Are you excited about this at all?
It happens. I don't know I don't know enough to be excited. I'm interested.
Yeah. Are you going to play it either way or no? Does it matter?
I will probably play it. I like the DC products, the DC properties, and Rocksteady did amazing stuff with the Batman games. I can't see him straying far from that formula, and I don't think that formula is old yet. So I'm pretty sure that I will probably play this regardless.
Yeah,
it's going to have to. Let's put it this way: it's going to have to severely stamp on my expectations in order for me to not get it.
They'd have to mess it up.
Yes,
like you're good now. They have to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. It looks interesting to me. I just don't know. I don't know. I'm slowly becoming Gerald. Like I want something I can play every day that doesn't take too much of my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Just grind it out, and I have too many of those right now. Like I'm still, like I said, I'm playing Animal Crossing. I'm playing now Farming Simulator. I'm still playing Wreckfest for the dailies. And then jumping in Fall Guys here and there. It's too many things I'm already playing all at once that I don't see right now. I don't see the clearing to add anything else to that.
Well, I'm sure Suicide Squad isn't coming out
anytime
tomorrow either.
Ever. No, they need to put something out.
It's coming out, but it's not going to be out. It won't be out. It'll be out for the PS5. It won't be out for the PS4
because they're going to want that money before they sell off the WB games.
They'll probably. I wouldn't be surprised if at the DC Fandom they have a date. They have.
I think you'll get a date. Yeah, I think so too. I think you'll get a date. On to the next story. Sony put out a list of what will and won't work for the PS4, and some people are up in arms about this.
Gee, I wonder why.
So this is what will work with the PS5 that is currently for the PS4. So. The first most jarring thing for people is the PS4 DualShock controllers will work with the PS5, but only for supported PS4 games.
Stupid.
This is obviously a different avenue than Microsoft's going, which announced that all of their controllers will work forward. But it's in line with what Sony has said the whole time. They like console generations. They like new consoles. They like to leave the other, in the past. And it's in line with what they were doing. I think they were always going to make you get new controllers. it comes with one controller. All you really need if you're just one person playing is 2 controllers.
The problem, I understand what you're saying, and you're right. The problem is and as you go further into this list, it's going to get more and more confusing for consumers to know what the fuck works with what.
Well, I think that's why the easy answer for Sony is for you to buy all new stuff.
I know that.
So again, PS4 DualShock controllers, Sony controllers, will work with PS4 games only on a PS5. Licensed third-party PS4 controllers are exactly the same. They work with supported PS4 games. That means if you've got some super sketchy non-licensed controller, it won't work at all. Specialty peripherals, so that's racing wheels, arcade sticks, anything licensed through PlayStation that's a specialty controller will work. So I think that's pretty interesting. Platinum and gold wireless headsets for the PS3 that are Sony branded will work. Third-party headsets with USB or audio jacks that have they won't have the headset companion app, but they will work. PS Move and PS Aim controllers for PlayStation VR will work. And the PlayStation camera that's on the PS4 right now will work via a adapter that Sony says they will make available for free, and they'll have instructions on how to do so out soon. So that's the list of what they put out. The thing the internet is ablaze about is that their PS4 controllers won't work on their PS5 for PS5 games, but it's different. It doesn't have all the features. I don't see how it could, because you don't have things like your haptic feedback triggers and all the DualSense stuff, and that it can, it just doesn't have all that, where it can detect all the heart rates and change things in the games and stuff like it. It just doesn't have that. So to me, this isn't a shock, and I think that ultimately, I think people are pissed right now that they have to buy another controller, but I think in a year, no one will care that you had to buy another controller. I think it's just something people are pissed about now because they don't know enough about the PS5.
Yeah, I think Sony's... You know what? Sony probably should have just kept their mouth shut on this. I understand trying to give people the choice, but man, they made it super confusing for people.
I guess. I think they're just trying to let people know, like, this is what you'll have to buy, but also... I don't actually even care. I just always assumed I would need to buy a new controller.
No, well, yeah, I did too. And that's the way it should work if you want the optimal experience.
Yeah. I guess that would be...
PS3 controller didn't work on a PS4.
Yeah, I guess I'd be more bothered, actually, to find out that a PS4 controller is going to do everything my PS5 controller is going to do.
Right, because why do I need the new controller then?
Yeah, I'll just stick with the PS4 then, yeah. So, right. For me, it's like, yeah, it's an updated controller. Also, it's going to be more expensive. I feel that in my balls, too.
Probably $75.
Yeah, so that's all fine. Like, it's a new controller with a new experience. It doesn't have what it needs to do that. I get all that. I think it would have been easier to say all the VR stuff works with PS5 and everything else works with PS4 games that you play. But that's not the case. The headsets do come forward. It's a whole deal. It's pretty much what you would expect. But to see it in writing before you even know how much it costs or when it's coming out is maybe information you don't need quite yet.
Yeah. I need this thing to go on pre-order, though, or to go up into pre-order status. That's what I need.
Yeah. I've got the alert set for Best Buy. To remind me when it goes live. But, Sony said it won't be a surprise. They're going to let people know.
Yeah, well, they haven't yet.
What they did do, though, is a PlayStation State of Play. I'll just tell you what was here. I don't think there's much to say about most of this.
No.
They opened with toys from Bob's. Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. And it's not about time for me. I don't care about Crash Bandicoot.
Mm-hmm.
We went on to Hitman 3, then Braid Anniversary Edition, The Pathless, Spelunky 2, Aeon Must Die, Bug Snacks, because that won't ever go away.
Mm-hmm.
People are so excited about Bug Snacks. I would say temper your expectations on that game.
Yeah, probably. I would ease up, just settle down.
Yeah, and then as Dan said earlier, Star Wars Vader Immortal, they had already announced it was coming, but now you know when it's coming. It will be releasing August 25th. And
by all accounts, that's an amazing game.
Yeah, I've heard no one talk shit about that game. Everyone says it's great.
Yep.
Control is getting new DLC. The Pedestrian is a puzzle game that's coming out. Hood, Outlaws and Legends. Temtem, Godfall. And there was a couple other things that were shown off there. It just was fine. They got in front of it and said, hey, you won't see any new PS5 games. These will all be updates on stuff you've already seen, and it'll be focused on PS4 and PSVR, and that's exactly what it was.
Yep.
Gerald's got Hitman pulled up here like he's excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does have a VR mode. So if I wanted to get even more frustrated in first person.
Right. But if I wanted to have people find me, even though I have a great hiding spot.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't even be stealthy when I'm looking at someone. I definitely can't be stealthy. Like, he's gonna piano wire this guy. Oh my Jesus, he's dead.
They didn't show it. They cut away from it.
You got to buy the game if you want to see that kind
of
violence. That kind of show ain't free, folks. Here's the thing. I'd make this statement. I would come closer to playing that game in VR than out of VR. But I still don't think I'm interested because I'm not sneaky as a real person either.
All right. Yeah, the Hitman games, they're just, I get people love them. I get they're awesome at what they're trying to do. But, man, to me, they just don't work right.
Yeah.
For what they want the player to do, there's still too many confines of the video game world, you know?
Yeah. I'm so terrible at them that I can't even make that statement. But I'm sure that's the case. I'm just so bad at it that I can't even say the game doesn't work the way it should for that kind of game. I'm just so bad I don't even know how it works. But it's basically my nightmare, right? It's a game that is completely made up of the parts of games I don't like.
Completely designed around,
around right. the mechanic that I probably hate the most in video games.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so.
You're right.
Yeah, probably not going to play that. Vader Immortal for sure was what I was most excited about.
Yeah, me too, without a doubt. Now, this next story I want you to take because I think it's funny.
Okay. I'm going to keep it brief. But like every other game streaming service, it appears xCloud is also not going to work on iOS. So this has been the same thing with everything else that is tried.
Yeah.
But basically, they are pulling it from iOS right now, and they put out a statement via CNET. Microsoft did. And it says, our testing period for the Project xCloud preview app for iOS has expired. Unfortunately, we do not have a path to bring this vision of cloud gaming with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate to gamers on iOS via Apple App Store. Apple stands alone as the only general-purpose platform to deny consumers from cloud gaming and game subscription services like Xbox Game Pass. Now, like I said, this is everything that has tried to be on iOS.
Yeah.
Stadia has issues with the Stadia app as well. Like,
right.
The apps work. The Game Pass app works. It's the playing games through a streaming service that they do not allow. Because Sony does not allow a store inside of a store to work.
Apple, you mean?
Yeah, Apple. Yeah. They don't allow a store inside of a store, meaning you can't go in there and then get your stuff, like pay for something and then start playing it. And this does not shock me that it's not easy to do and that it's not working. This would piss me off as an Apple user, except for playing on my phone is the absolute last way I would ever want to play anything.
Yeah, I agree with that statement 100%.
I don't use remote play. I don't use the Xbox Mirror or whatever that's called through the Xbox app. If it's a game that I'm going to play on my phone, it needs to be a mobile game because it needs to be built for that tiny-ass baby screen.
Exactly.
I feel the same way I feel about some of the smart home stuff. It pisses me off that people can't work together because I understand Apple's rule, but I don't understand why they can't make it work for fucking Google and Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to make it work for me if I'm working on a thing.
Right.
But you can trust that they know what they're doing. All right. They're not going to fuck up your security, Apple. It's okay.
Right.
So I do have a problem with that. Part of what I like about the Apple Store and the App Store is that it's not totally open, like the Google Play Store, but this is an obvious downside to that, right? There's lots of stuff that can never make it over because of this. So,
right.
It's just, like I said, I don't understand why they can't all sit down and talk. I love that Microsoft just told everybody what it is. We would love to make it work forward. There's no path right now.
Yeah,
they continue to not let us do that.
Straight honest about it.
And to Apple's credit, they didn't say a fucking thing because they're not going to, because they don't allow it.
Right.
So, I mean, it's good. It's good from that standpoint. I like both of the company's stances. I like that Microsoft's like, hey, we'd love to do it, but there's no path forward. I love that Apple's like, suck it, you know? But I don't know who wins here, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand Apple's rule.
Yeah.
I understand they're thinking of the safety of the consumer. But I'm not sure they have the consumer's best interests at heart with that rule either. It's kind of a weird catch-22.
This is the Nintendo thing we always talk about. And let me decide how safe I want to be.
Right. Exactly.
But that's not how lawsuits work either. So I get it.
Right.
You know, I understand that. It's just, I was never going to play Stadia on my phone. I was never going to play xCloud on my phone.
xCloud, yeah, I wasn't going to do any of those either.
But I should have the option.
And I agree. Yeah.
As someone who could tell you 0% of the time I was ever going to use, I wasn't even going to try it. I should have the option. So, I don't know. I think Stadia somehow does work on an iPad. I think it's the phone it has issues with. I don't know. I haven't played it that way. I play it on my computer because I have a Surface, and it's super easy. So, It's the same way I would play xCloud if I wasn't going to play on the TV, because it's basically like playing Switch in tabletop mode. My Surface has the kickstand. I just throw it on the table, and I grab my controller. So that's how I would play either one of those.
Yep.
But way to go, Apple. And way to go, Microsoft, for just telling people this is the business.
Yeah.
I like a company that just doesn't...
Well, you know what's nice about Microsoft is they just laid it out there. They didn't pander to the consumer, and they didn't shit on Apple.
No, it just is what it is. We don't see a path going forward. They continue to do what they've done this entire time. Thank you.
Right.
Have a swell day.
Yeah.
We're not going to fuck with it anymore. That's basically what they said. Like, as long as they're acting like they're acting, we're not going to fuck with it anymore, and that's okay.
But they didn't be like, unfortunately, Apple's policies won't allow it. They just we just don't see a way to do this.
Yeah,
we can't work around their policy. Sorry,
it's not a viable solution right now.
Yeah,
and that's true. It's not. So,
it's absolutely true.
But yeah, Dan, we're running out of Wii U games to bring over to the Switch.
Yeah, I know.
One of the last remaining gems, Pikmin 3, is now making its way to the Switch this October via the Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Like all the other Deluxes to come over. You'll be able to get it October 30th, so we'll be competing with Little Hope, as we established earlier.
I don't know if competing is the right word.
I mean, they're going head-to-head that day.
I think they're just both being released that day.
The entirety of Pikmin 3 Deluxe will be playable in co-op, including its DLC and new missions. The action should be more seamless, too, with the new lock-on targeting options and additional hints for those who might need them. A new Piclopedia has also been added, giving you more insight into the creatures you'll encounter throughout the campaign. It originally launched for Wii U back all the way in 2013 and was praised for its creativity and whimsy. I love Pikmin. I've always loved Pikmin. I played this Pikmin already. Probably won't play it again on the Switch. But yeah.
Yeah, it's not for me. Pikmin's never been my kind of game.
Yeah. Pikmin is frustrating and cool and neat, and it has a timer here and there, which I don't like.
Oh, I hate timers.
Yeah. Pikmin's interesting. It's neat. Nintendo has really cool properties.
They do have cool properties.
Yeah.
They do have some cool properties.
They just don't make new ones very often.
Not true.
But I don't guess they need to. I don't know. On a side note, Pikmin 3 won't work on Apple devices. Just want to make that clear.
There's just no path forward.
There's no path forward for Nintendo and Apple right now to make a Switch game work on an iPhone. Dr. Disrespect is apparently going to be streaming on YouTube. He still claims he has no idea why he was banned on Twitch. I'm pretty well done with this story.
Yep.
I just wanted to let everybody know that he has returned and he is now streaming on YouTube following an announcement on Twitter. It is still believed that there is no deal in place with YouTube, but he has taken to the streaming platform and he has begun addressing his ban from Twitch. Although he expressed his frustrations, he did not provide any explanation as why he was banned, instead noting that he was not giving much notice, and in the time since, the justification has not become clear to him. We still have no idea, so just let the legal professionals just do what they do, he said. This is probably, unless the story comes out on why, this is probably the last time I want to talk about this.
No.
Dan threw up. He got so
I'm
upset
allergic to it. I'm allergic to this story.
Yeah.
Golly.
I love the mystery surrounding this at first, but the more that he keeps saying he doesn't know why, the more frustrated I become.
Yeah.
Stop using it now as like a marketing tool.
Yeah, exactly.
Either you know why or you don't, but let's be done with it. Because
I don't see a path.
I don't see a path forward, Dan.
I don't see a path forward.
I don't see a path forward for this story. I'm pretty well over it. So,
yeah,
I hope he can continue to support his family this way if that's
I
what
don't
he
know.
wants to do.
I'll be honest. I'm over a lot of the different Twitch celebrity stories and all.
You're
that.
over the streamer drama?
Oh man, I'm telling you what. It's video games now are starting to do the things that TV shows do. I don't watch so many TV shows with my wife because I can't stand the drama.
Uh-huh.
Now I won't watch Twitch because I can't stand the drama.
I don't even know what to tell you because I assume it's only going to get worse.
I know. So I'll just go over here and play my video games and be left alone in my little world. And me and my Google and Alexa can hang out. And there we go. Perfect world.
Yep. I get it. Robot friends.
That's all I need.
D-bot, I don't hate that.
Maybe D-bot will be there.
Yeah. Now, did you ever think about giving... You've said D-bot multiple times. Did you ever think about giving D-bot a name?
No, because D-bot's perfect.
What's D-bot stand for?
That's the brand name.
Yeah, I know, but does it stand for something?
No.
It's just D-bot.
No, not that I know of. I don't know. I call it D-bot. It works for me.
Now, what if you got a second D-bot? D-bot 2?
That one I would have to name.
Okay.
I don't know that I would need one. I might get one for upstairs once that's done, but I still have too much carpet upstairs. See, everything downstairs is all hardwood, so hardwood.
I love how much you've embraced the smart home stuff. Like, I bet if people could go back far enough, there's a point where you're like, I don't see me ever needing a vacuum, and now you're like, I'd probably get one for upstairs.
Like, hey, I'm flexible, man.
I like how much you're like, yeah, that's probably a thing that could happen. Even when it doesn't make sense, I still get another one. I have 2. I definitely don't have a house big enough for 2. I'll just tell you.
Yeah, I would know. I would, like right now I have, there's too much carpet upstairs.
Yeah. I don't have any carpet, but I did upgrade to a better model. I had one of the old Roombas, and it was the like the bottom of the lowest model that had like connectivity for smart home.
Right.
So it's like a 620 or something like that. I upgraded to like a 890 or something like that because I got it on the cheap.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that cheap, but I got it cheap. So I upgraded to that. I want the one that empties itself.
I would like that too, but that's like $1,200.
It's very expensive. Yep. So I don't have that one. And let's face it, it's not a super huge inconvenience to empty them, but it's also not a super huge inconvenience to vacuum. So,
right.
Take it for what it is. I want to make the whole process as easy as possible.
And the thing to keep in mind on like the D-bots or the Roombas is that, like, I have 3 animals in the house.
Yep.
I have to empty that fucking thing every day.
Yeah. I still vacuum once a week.
Well, yeah, my wife, we vacuum once a week too.
Yeah. So I vacuum once a week. It maintains it all week to a presentable level, and then I vacuum again on usually Sunday.
Yep. It's all about being presentable.
Yeah. But it's hey, you're talking about emptying it once a day. I have to empty mine like multiple times a day.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't know how my cat has any hair.
Well, I empty it every day when I get home from work.
Yeah, I don't know how my cat has hair. It just... Now, how long do you let yours go? Like, does it vacuum like 1 cycle, 2 cycles? Does it go all day?
No, it starts at noon, and it keeps going until it has to go back home. Until it has to go recharge.
But does it go again, or is that it?
No, that's it.
Okay. Now, how many rooms would you say it's doing?
One. Well, it depends on how you define rooms.
Like, how many different areas is it doing?
It does my living room, my dining room, my kitchen, my half bath.
So it's doing 4 rooms.
But those 4 rooms are the whole lower level of my house.
Right. Yeah. See, mine just does my kitchen and my living room.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Now, my other one, which don't even have hooked up right now, I plan to let do the bedrooms and hallways. But I just haven't got there yet. I've got to get some stuff moved and some wires tucked away a little better before I let it loose in the hallway.
Right.
Because they're smart, but they ain't that smart. It'll suck up a cable.
I mean, that's the truth.
Yeah, it loves a charge cord. Or a power cable for anything.
Mine gets caught up on... I think the dog does it on purpose, but kicks the fucking blanket off.
Oh, yeah.
Off the couch. Kicks her blanket off the couch. And gets wound up there in the fucking thing. Stops it.
Yeah. Mine goes, Roomba needs assistance. Roomba needs assistance. And I'm like, great.
Yeah, see, I don't have the talking one, which... And nobody's here anyway. Well... I get my wife is now, but...
Yeah, it shoots me a text and lets me know that it's stuck, too. I'm like, great. Fucking moron.
Get that figured out tomorrow.
Yeah, you got one job.
Yeah, fucking vacuum.
Yeah. I love my robots, so I don't talk shitty to them. I'll make jokes here, but I don't talk shitty to the robots in person. I'm like, let's get you going, little buddy.
Oh, I don't either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people are cruel to their robots. That's how you get murdered first. That's how you get murdered first when they rise up.
That's true.
Because they will rise up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I mean, we've seen it in multiple movies.
Yep. I want them to look at me and go, hey, he's always been cool with us.
Yeah, right.
He's not our leader, but we're not going to mess with him. You know, one of those deals.
That's right.
I like to think, in the movies when, I like to think robots would come for me and then my robots would stand up for me. And that's how you would understand that humanity is still a thing.
This is way too existential for a Sunday morning.
Well, I like to start early. Like you had the Bud Light, I like to start with.
Yeah.
The ultimate robot civil war that's coming.
Way too existential for me.
That's the name of our new Flash game that we've got coming.
All I know is Terminator Resistance is an easy platinum.
It's called Robot Civil War. It's just robots fighting. Like vacuums and, coffee pots and smart switches out there on the battlefield. 100 of them jump out of a Best Buy and parachute down and...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because one thing I'm sure of, there's not enough Battle Royale games out right now. We've got to increase the number of those. Now seems like a good time to start working on one. And we start with Robot Civil War.
Robot Civil War. You can call it that.
Yeah, that's the name of it. It's right on
robots
the nose.
Versus robots. One trying to take over humanity. The other one's trying to protect them.
You like Robot v. Robot?
I do. Yeah.
Or Robot Civil War?
No, Robot Civil War.
What about robots?
It's got to be Robot, Civil War.
Yeah, because you make a second one. You call it something different. Right. I'm with you on that. I'm already thinking sequel myself.
And you got Robots, Infinity War.
I like where your head's at. I think that's doable. I don't know where Marvel stands on it, but I think that we'll see.
And then the third one in the trilogy is Robots, Endgame.
Right. Robots, Ragnarok. And we'll just see.
There we go.
Yeah, we'll just see what happens. They're like, with the first one, a coincidence, but this one feels real on the nose. I'm convinced that you can make a battle royale out of anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing's off limits.
You could.
That's the news. I didn't do the business up front, but let me take a second to do the business right now. You can head over to patreon.com/Gamestitch. You can support us over there. If you don't want to support us, that's fine too. But you should support us. If not, get on a forum. Let people know about us on a forum, on a chat room. People's chat rooms still exist?
I don't know.
You don't spend much time on the web?
I don't know.
Remember when people used to call it the net?
The net? There's a movie called The Net.
That movie's excellent.
It's not.
It's not. Just don't breeze over it like there's just a movie. There's a Sandra Bullock blockbuster called The Net.
It's not good. It's not a good movie.
It was good then.
No.
It's not good now, but it was good then.
It wasn't a good movie then.
Damn, Gerald hates on Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, he does.
He said if she's in it, it wasn't good. That's not even true. She's lovely.
Her and Natalie Portman, he's really got a grudge against.
Well, I understand Natalie Portman. She sucks.
What?
But, yeah, I don't like Natalie Portman. I don't like her attitude, but I love some Sandra Bullock. She seems delightful. You don't like Miss Congeniality? You're drunk. The movie's good.
Man.
Net. What about Speed? Disrespectful. Disrespectful. She doesn't know how to act. That's what she does. Now you're just being petty.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, she literally has an Academy Award for acting.
Yeah, for Speed.
Oh, that's how the Academy works, Gerald. Yeah.
What about what's the Bird Box? What's that movie? It's
Bird Box. I haven't seen it. It's not my kind of movie. People
liked it. Man, you real struck a nerve with Gerald bringing up Sandra Bullock.
Well, that movie she's just an actress. If you don't like the movie, you can't call it a dumbass movie and blame it on her. It's not a good idea.
He can if he blames her.
So writers and directors, well, that's true.
I don't see a path forward.
You want to.
I don't see a path forward for him and her.
No path forward.
Yeah, I don't see a path forward. I don't like when people hate a movie because of an actor.
Yeah, me either.
But I also understand not seeing a movie because you dislike a person.
Because you don't like an actor, right?
Yeah, I do.
But
agree with that.
It sounds to me like Gerald's watching all of Sandra Bullock's movies just so we can shit on her.
Well, her catalog is excellent, so I get that. I get why somebody would want to. She doesn't do much anymore. She doesn't need to.
Right.
She just sits
why
at home
do you have to watch?
Why
did producer Gerald says he has to watch Sandra Bullock movies? I need to hear this explanation.
Yeah, so let's say I assume he's watching it with his wife.
Okay, well, my wife doesn't watch Sandra Bullock movies.
She should. They're great.
That's Gerald. No, they're not.
I'm a Sandra Bullock fan. I'll just tell you.
I don't mind Sandra Bullock either.
I don't
have this intense hatred that producer.
Yeah, I was joking about the Net. The Net's never been good. But I do like her. I do like Miss Congeniality. I wouldn't want to watch them, but I thought they were fine, enjoyable.
Yeah, like Speed. Speed was a good movie.
Speed wasn't good, but man, it's a great movie. It's great to watch.
You know
it's
what
not
I mean?
good.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a fun movie. It's
not
straight out of 94 or 95, whichever it is.
Yeah, it's a great time and place.
Exactly what's supposed to. What was the one she was? A Time to Kill.
Oh, Time to Kill is a really good movie.
Yeah, and she's in that.
Not really a pick-me-up kind of movie, but good.
It's not a pick-me-up kind of movie, but yeah, that was a good movie.
Ocean's 8, she was in that. The Lake Home, is
Ocean's
that one
8,
where...
Yeah, I haven't seen Ocean's 8.
The Blind Side, that's what she won the Academy Award for, I think.
Yes, that's the one she won the Academy Award for.
Yeah. Man, Gerald we got to move on. He's so passionate about his hate for her.
Yeah, we should... Shout out to all our patrons out there. We love you guys. Thanks. Keep it up.
Yep. Shout out to Zach. Shout out to Thomas. We do love you guys. Hopefully you're still being safe out there. Hopefully you're playing Fall Guys. Because that seems like a game we could all get in and whoop each other's ass. Since it's free.
It is free.
Because no one's really good at it. So there's that too. You can follow us on the social medias. Gerald is at Sandra Bullock fan.
I was waiting to see what you were going to come up with.
Gerald is at Hoffman Show. I'm at Podcast Ryan. Dan is at Shirtless Dan. Together we are at Game_Stitch. I was going to make him at Sandra Bullock fan 69, but that seemed too on the nose. It seemed like what he might actually be, so I left the number off. At least he had a jolly laugh out of it.
He did.
He doesn't hate her so much he can't still have fun. There's some people that you hate so much you can't, like a good joke doesn't even work.
No, yeah, I know. I don't know anybody like that, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any actors or somebody's like that, but I know people who do.
Yeah. And
you can make a joke about it. It's not even funny. And you're like, no, it's really fucking funny.
It's not that bad. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Don't you hate when you tell a joke that you know is good and people just don't respond to it?
Yeah, they're like, it's not funny. You're like, no, it is.
That's a good joke. Yeah, let me say it again. It's a good joke. I think that maybe my cadence or my pacing was wrong. The delivery was off, but it's a good joke. Especially when it's like super like witty and you throw it out there and no one even responds. You're like, God, that's a good one.
Yeah, without a doubt.
That was a real zinger I threw out. And then people just miss it. That's a tough crowd, they call that.
It's like, what's the difference between what's the difference between an elephant and a fox?
I don't know this one.
About a 12-pack.
Elephant and a fox. I don't understand this one.
About 12-pack of beer.
I don't get it. Gerald, Gerald don't
it's
get
a bar.
Either.
It's a being at the bar joke.
Oh yeah.
You get it now?
No.
That's a bad dad. It's called some dude told the bad jokes with his mom. No, because girls get prettier the more you drink.
Oh, see, this is deep. It's got a lot of layers.
See, so from an elephant to a fox.
I get it now, but that's
a little
stretch
layered
for me.
For you.
It's like an onion, that joke.
Yeah.
See, that's what I thought when you said pack, because fox pack to me is the thing. I think they're packs. I don't know, but in my mind they are.
A 12-pack.
Mm-hmm. No, I get it now.
Maybe I should have said about 12 pints.
I still wouldn't have got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Depends how fucked up I am is what you would have had to say for me to get that, because I wasn't pacing along with you.
That's fair. See,
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a good joke.
Yeah, but that joke, yeah, or a cow. It's the difference between a fox and a cow. I still wouldn't have got it. It doesn't matter what you would have used.
Because cows are domesticated animals and foxes aren't. You need to use two wild animals.
I guess you got different cows than I got. I got them wild cows. Hippos, man, hippos will kill you.
People don't generally call women hippos, though.
You shouldn't refer to anyone as an animal.
That's true.
Unless you're into that, and they're into that.
That would be the furry phenomenon.
Which we are furry. Like we've talked about in the past, we're definitely pro-furry.
And Ryan's developed a stutter.
I don't know. I wanted to say fury really bad. And I had to calm my mouth down to say
Furious Furries.
The sequel, the follow-up to Robot Civil War.
Furious
Furries. Which 100 furries jump out of a plane. That might just be Fortnite, actually. I don't know. Because everyone's got a costume on now. I like how much you like this idea. Dan can't even speak. He's on board. We might have to cancel robots, and we might have to move forward with the Furious
Furries.
Could you sell that game? Like, would Sony let you put Furious Furries up?
No. Well, maybe.
If you made them
real
animals.
It would depend on the content of the game.
You have to make them real. Yeah, it's not a fucking simulator if that's what you're...
But right, it would depend on the content of the game. I mean, they let plumbers call the thing in the toilet a ball cock.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if you can make... Well, if they were like people dressed up as animals, I think you couldn't. But if they were like animals, you could.
Animals, right.
Yeah. Furry gamers. There's like a... Gerald searched for it, and there's a lot going on.
But it couldn't be... It'd have to be rated E for everyone. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to get away with it, because it'd be weird.
I think I like the idea of it. These two are... is that a plane or a car?
Yeah, we gotta go.
We should go, for sure. 395, we're 5 away from the glorious number 400. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for sticking with us this entire time. Remember, the show posts every Monday, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time on services around the world. And we'll be back next week, same time, same place. Good night.
Good night.